You should have saved me some.
All right, boys and girls, this is my first podcast, and I'm going to call it, I was thinking, Reacts, Rants, and Ridiculousness. Sounds good? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And we'll talk about different things. And then we'll react to some videos, some songs, or some whatever. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking about not shaving because of this whole coronavirus thing. I got up this morning and I started shaving half my face, and then I was thinking that maybe for 2 weeks straight I should just let it all grow in, and then it'll be like extra protection, like so I don't have to wear a mask or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'll be like my own like filter from like whatever's out there.
It's logic.
I thought so. I was just looking in the mirror. I started shaving too. Like half my, if you notice, half my face is shaved, and then the other half I was like, what, just in case that could be the filter for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, let's think about that. Just make sure. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna react to this new CD that I got in this week. I haven't even listened to yet. First thing, it came in the mail in this packaging right here, and it's Post Malone's mixtape, which supposedly is his, I guess what he was handing out on the streets before his album actually came out. So he'd be like standing like New York, and he'd be like, "Hey, come over here, and I'll give you my album," and he gave you the album, and you got it in this little cheap little container thing. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, because when we went to New York, that guy came over to us. He's like, yo brother man, here, buy my CD, and I'm like, I'm not buying your CD. He's like, I'll give you my CD. Remember he said, I'm gonna autograph my CD for you.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of like songs that he just played with and made by himself, so it's his mixtape.
No, this was like what he was like to promote whatever. Supposedly a mixtape is, they took other people's beats and he recorded songs over other people's beats that are already copywritten by other people, but because it's other people's music, he can't sell it, so he just sang over other people's songs. That's what I got out of it. Okay. And then he would go out in the street and he'd be like, "Here, here's my CD," or whatever, and listen to it, and then eventually I guess he got picked up by whoever he got picked up by. Okay? That sounds like what we're going to do here.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to listen to this, which it came in this. I was a little upset. I paid like $8 for this thing, and it comes in this little flimsy plastic container, but that's, I guess, how they did it, so that you wouldn't have to pay for the plastic or whatever, but it does have a little nice little printed thing here. Got it? And we'll, I'll put one of those little boxes there with the picture of the cover right there. Okay, sounds good. It's not there, though. But it will be right there. Okay, just picture it, because it's going to be there. Okay. Now let's pause for a second. I just put my hand there, because this might make some noise here. I don't know. It might not even play. What if that happens? I don't want the volume to be too high either. Okay. Alrighty, now we can't play the whole tracks because of the copywritten thing there. You can hear? You hear right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I haven't played it yet, so you're looking at it like, what's going on? But I didn't even press play. I just put it inside there, and it's reading the thing. And according to this thing, it has 37 and something 46 seconds of music on this CD or whatever. So let's see.
I got bands, bro, boys coming to me with their open hands, and I ain't tripping on the sand. I got bands, bro, boys coming to me with their open hands, and I ain't tripping on the sand now. Everybody wanna be my friend. I finally fell in love now. Heart's just something they will never understand.
Like open hands, like welcoming. That's what I mean.
But he just said he was dating this girl, and then she messed it all up.
Yeah, but he said now he's finally getting friends and finally showing love. So he's gonna talk about when he.
He's gonna talk about love.
He's gonna talk about like
after he just got
in
done
his
saying about how
past.
this girl just messed up his life.
Yeah, like in his past.
So now
for
he's
him.
all over
now
it.
he's like, oh, I'm good. Now I get love for my friends.
So I wasn't in love before, but now I'm gonna get some love from my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Here we go. I don't think they're gonna understand. What do you think? They're really not understanding. I could have wrote the song. wait.
I don't know.
Did you just say the B word is gonna jump on my foot? That's what I heard. They're like,
I feel like he has such a nice voice that it doesn't really matter what he sings.
Yeah, what is he talking about though?
I don't.
Something
know.
about some. I heard like a fat B word gonna step on my foot. Did you hear that?
I don't even know what he's saying.
I don't want to rewind that bit, but that's what I heard. You in the front row, the fat B words coming on my butt. Is that what you heard? Okay, here we go. It's obviously going on a trip. So I got gas going on a fast.
And I ain't tripping on the saying now. Everybody wanna be my friend. I finally fell in love now. Hardly with you. I'm just trying to be who I am. It's just something they will never understand. They will never understand.
Here it comes again. They ain't never gonna understand. You're never gonna understand. I can't understand what he's talking about. Never understand.
They will never understand.
Oh wait.
They used to didn't love me, now they calling me the man. Baby, where you going, love? You know I got a plan. I can elevate your
I don't think this is him.
life.
They don't even put his name on the album because he's not that important.
So baby, what you here for? It could be so simple. Meet me out in Frisco. Calculate your steps and keep your circle small. Understanding nothing lasts forever.
So that's screaming in the background there.
This lifestyle will leave you desperate.
Yeah. That? Yeah. It's that Raw Boys with the open hands.
And I ain't tripping on the saying now. Everybody wanna be my friend. I finally fell in love now. Hardly with you. I'm just trying to be who I am. It's just something they will never understand. They will never understand.
Okay, what did you think about that?
I don't know. I don't understand what he's talking about. I have a theory that he's saying that, like, I don't even know. That people don't understand him.
Well, you didn't understand what he was saying, so obviously he's right.
Yeah.
I understand.
No,
My friend.
he's saying now I have real friends. And then
Okay.
no one will understand.
But then I guess that girl messed up his life. But now she's gonna
I don't even know if he
understand.
was talking about a breakup anymore because he didn't really like specify.
I don't even know if it was him.
It was him at the beginning.
I think it was him at the beginning, but then there was some other guy that started going,
Let's
oh,
just talk
no.
about how there's no
Doesn't say on the back who it is. Does it say? Okay, you can check it out. I can't see.
featuring
Oh, wait, featuring somebody.
Larry June.
Larry June. Well, actually, Larry June didn't make it.
Yeah, it says right there featuring the next song featuring 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Should we go to the
We
second
know who
song?
that-
Listen
yeah,
to
we
2
know who that
Chainz.
is.
You know who 2 Chainz is?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear 2 Chainz. Oh, I feel like I'm on a pinball machine. Like pinball. Skirt, skirt. Oh yeah. How come you're not grooving to this? You don't even get the.
I'm listening.
You gotta get the head bob going on there. Yeah, here we go. Hannah, Hannah. Skirt, skirt. Skirt, skirt. That's me. You thought it was him, didn't you? Skirt, skirt. That was a good one. I
That
like
sounds
the.
like
I had
something that
the.
would be on, like, the end of a movie.
I can picture that when like I was getting up early in the morning and on my way to work, and I'm like driving.
On freaking Posty Fridays.
Yes, when I get up early in the morning on Friday morning, I put on Post Malone and put on really loud so it brings joy into our life. So we know it's Friday.
Yeah.
And it's time to listen to Post Malone before we go to school and work, or school and school.
Yeah.
Because I go to school and I'm going to school.
I
And
go
I'm
to
still-
school, and then I go to school after school. 'cause
Yes.
I work at a school.
Yeah, isn't that great? So you go to school twice. I just go to school and then I'm there. But while I'm driving to school, usually I got my Post Malone going on Friday there, and that could be like one that I'm going there. That's one that I like. You put the window down, you put one hand out the door, like hanging off the side there,
Yeah.
out the window. Yeah, not the door. I'm not hanging out the door, hanging onto the wheel and going around the corner like. But that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go next song. Ready? Does that one feature somebody? You want to check and see if that's features
That was
somebody?
2 Chainz.
That wasn't that the 2 Chain one?
We didn't
What's
listen.
the next one? We were gonna go to the next one. We're getting very close to this this thing here.
No, this one is.
We're having a hard time seeing it.
It's because there's a glare.
Oh,
from the
glare.
light.
Okay, go ahead.
Get With You is what it's called.
Get
but
With
there's
You.
No one featuring. It's just him.
Just by himself. Okay, here we go. He's gonna get with you by himself.
Shay, 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 shay. Shay, 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 shay.
I'm noticing a lot of. Oh. Hey. Like.
Ants.
I was thinking Young MC, but that's before you, I guess. Bust the booty. Yeah, listen to that. You feel that's exactly what the song's about. Listen. Yeah, like they stole his girl. She's in the car. And they're gonna drive by slow. They're gonna shoot him, take the girl. I can see the whole thing, the whole video right now. See? But your boyfriend's in the car. Pop, 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 like that. Right? Yes, you don't picture that?
No.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get with you, but pop, 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 you're dead. Now I'm taking you. See? Say. This is not bad. This could have been on his like full album. I could picture myself driving to this. I feel that kind of music. This was back in the day when I was like a teenager. Like if I had like 6 guys in the car, even though it's a 5-passenger, and I don't know we are driving around with 6 guys anyway. It's kind of strange, but why would we be driving with 6 guys? I don't know, but I got 6 guys in the car and we're all sitting there and we got the music playing like this. I'm like, see, right this part we'd be like, I guess we just die out there. What are you laughing about? I didn't understand that. What did he say?
Because that ants is so fun.
Oh.
He didn't say that time. He said.
I heard Lysol. There's a Corona reference. This guy's got some issues. He's like, he wants something.
He has a good voice, though.
He does have a good voice. I like his music a lot, but I don't know about his older stuff. Sound like he was just looking for one thing. And I don't think it was money.
Well,
That's love. You ain't gonna get a girl talking like that to her. Yeah, see how you there with your ass is.
like that.
They do?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Some
I
girls
don't know. That seems a little strange to me. No, back in the day, you said something like that, you get slapped. You know, nowadays, I guess it's a good thing.
Not for everyone.
I guess for him. Okay. Probably not back then though, because he didn't know who he was. That's why he was standing on the corner giving away this mixtape.
Get served like tennis right now. You wanna come and get served?
You can get served like tennis. What's that mean? Is that a high school term? I'm gonna serve you like tennis. I can picture somebody saying that in his house. Hey, I met this girl yesterday. I told her I was gonna serve her like tennis. my right eye's tearing up sitting on the side of you listening to this song. I'm gonna let it play just because it's so uncomfortable.
No, I don't
Wait, hold on. Hey, he trying to talk. He's gonna tell the truth.
honest.
He sticks- what you think about that one? Where do you think that would fall into play in your daily?
I just wouldn't listen to it on the side
I hope
of my
that
bed.
I hope that don't fall into any of your daily routines.
No.
I just want.
He was honest though.
He said he was gonna be honest.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, what's the next song?
The next song.
That's not one that I would be playing like
It's,
in the car like over and over again. I don't think.
I wouldn't want to listen to that with you.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to listen to that song ever again. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad that one didn't make like the full album.
Featuring Lil Yachty.
Little Yachty.
Yachty.
Yeah, Yachty. Here we go. Monday?
Monte.
What's Monte? Who's Monte? Why are you looking around like Monte's in the room?
Look it up.
You think Monte's coming in the room? I feel like Monte. What's up? What's that?
A bustle?
Is it buck? I thought buxom. I need my bucks though.
I just flew into town, fresh off the jetty. And then I know my hoe, I know she ready.
I don't even know. You were wrong there. Go ahead. What's the next one?
I just don't know why Monte.
Was that Still You Feel Like 40? No, this is when he wants to be like Monte.
This is Hollywood Dreams / Come Down.
Okay, Hollywood Dreams / Come Down. Oh. Wait, that's... Wait a minute, is that Fleetwood Mac? That's Fleetwood Mac. That's Stevie Nicks. Yeah, hear it? Na 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 na. Come on, what's the song? Comment below if you know what the song is. Okay. What is it? You hear it? Wait. I'm going back to the beginning here. Listen. You know the song. Wes not going to tell you that he stole the music from whoever. He's not going to say it. I like when they steal other people's songs so I can be like, wow, that's catchy. And then I'm like, I realize that it's like Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks. Like, you just stole Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac's music. Ah, oh, come on, what's the song? Na na na. Maybe the chorus will be the Stevie Nicks thing, but I doubt she's paying Stevie Nicks any money, so I'm guaranteeing it's not. Come on! This is the whole lyrics right here. When they're playing, that's the one. Yeah, here we go. They say love, women, or whatever. I don't know the lyrics. Here we go. You know it now, right?
Yeah.
When the rain washes away. Oh, jeez, forget it.
It's okay. I like this
But
song,
that is
though.
good. I like when they steal. You know, the thing is, do you like the song because it's his song, or you like it because it's actually Stevie Nicks' Fleetwood Mac song, and you're like, I like that reminder that it's actually a popular song that's really, really good. That's what I feel, because sometimes I look forward to these kind of songs, like Eminem does it and all these other people do it. I really, really like it. But is it because I look forward to that nostalgic
I think
old
it's
stuff?
that, but I think it's like he's doing it justice. Like, he's singing it. Like, it doesn't sound bad. Like, anyone can do a cover, but he sounds good doing the cover. If that makes any sense.
It does make sense. But I was looking forward to those lyrics. This
Yeah. I think it.
this could have been on a full album. That's a really good
People
song.
that are older will appreciate it more because it's like, oh, he's doing a song that we know.
Actually,
But
usually
he's
you're
doing a twist for like generations for us, like the song. And then people are gonna listen to this and they're gonna be like, oh, that's a nice song, and then they're gonna go back to look up, oh, what's the original song?
Well, usually
That's
the
what I do.
older people get aggravated because rappers and stuff steal the songs. They say, don't they have enough talent to be able to write their own stuff?
But
And
sometimes when I listen to like when people do like songs like this, I go on YouTube to look up like the original
song?
and then I get into the original song.
unless
Like,
you
no
could figure out
scrubs.
who it is. Yeah, but see, the No Scrub song, I don't like the new version. I don't really care for the old version.
But I
And now
do.
you're forcing me to listen to both of them. And I don't like either one of them.
I
And now
like
it's like, and I
both
like the other day when I put it on, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this on. She's gonna be like, I want to hear the new version. And I put on the old version. You're like, Oh, I like the old version. I'm like, why do you like the old version? I don't even like the old version.
I do.
Your mother likes TLC. I'm not a big TLC fan. What's the next song?
Lonely.
Lonely. I wonder if he'll steal that.
Jaden Smith.
Maybe he'll steal that. Lonely.
Jaden
Mr.
Smith.
Yes, that's
Will
Smith's son. The one.
And
Is that the one from the Karate Kid?
Leo?
That's not Karate Kid because it was filmed in. He's actually doing Kung Fu. Is that the Jaden?
Yeah.
So the Jaden from the Karate Kid, it's not Karate Kid, it's actually Kung Fu, but they call it Karate Kid even though it's not Karate Kid, it was Kung Fu.
Isn't it Jiu-Jitsu?
No, it's Kung Fu. Ninjutsu is ninja style karate stuff, and this I liked the movie, but it didn't make any sense. It should have been called the Kung Fu Kid, and it should have nothing to do with the Karate Kid. I think they just called the Karate Kid so people would be like, it's a remake, and I'm gonna go see the Karate Kid. Yes. It was good though.
Yeah.
I've watched it more than 10 times.
I
don't know why I watched it more than 10 times. It's one of those movies that if you see on like Netflix or whatever, you put it on, you watch it, and you don't know why. You got those movies?
I think like I don't know. I like his acting.
Oh, like they get fighting and stuff like that. You know, it's like you got that underdog kid. He's like a geek and everything.
And he toughens up.
And then he doesn't even toughen up. He learns karate or whatever from like this special guy or whatever that like cleans houses or basements and stuff like that, or the janitor or whatever he is.
I just like the moments when it's like you get what you deserve. So the bully gets like.
Yeah, but if you noticed in the first Karate Kid that it was actually Daniel that was the bully, not the Karate Kid.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because listen, that guy. I'm gonna throw this out at you, and you're gonna listen. Okay, now listen. Okay, they just broke up. They weren't even apart that long. Okay, and he was obviously in love with that girl, and he wanted to get back with her. And then here comes Daniel, who comes from Reseda, from New Jersey or whatever. Who, Daniel? No, yeah, he was. He went over to try to take. He was. He was doing karate. He was learning a self defense thing. He was minding his own business, driving down to the beach, and then all of a sudden, this.
Just take a radio.
But listen, because he was clearly flirting with his ex-girlfriend, and he was. Why was he at the beach? He knew she was gonna be there. He was trying.
Broke up for a reason.
He was trying to get back with her.
Okay, so if she doesn't.
And then Daniel comes in. He's like, don't touch my radio. And then he's like, don't touch the radio. And he's like, and if you would just listen to him not touch the radio, the movie would have been over. It would have been all set. If Daniel would have just walked away, and Johnny would have had a couple minutes to talk to her.
Playing, like, doing the soccer with his legs with the girl, and he came out of nowhere and was.
He was flirting with some guy's ex-girlfriend that just became the ex-girlfriend. So clearly, Daniel is the bully.
That doesn't make him a bully. It's not his fault that he was interested.
Well,
in the girl.
Once the other guy showed up and told him, hey, he knew the story about that being his ex-girlfriend. Wouldn't you think you would step away a little bit and give them a little space to talk it over? That's what a nice guy, I think, would do.
His first interaction with him was that he was a jerk. So once like you meet someone and they come across as rude to you, you don't really care. You're kind of just like, oh.
Yeah, but he wasn't being rude to him. He was talking to the girl. He was the one that cut in on a conversation. He's like, oh, I want to talk to you. Remember? He's like, I want to talk to you. And he goes over and he cuts him off. And he's like, leave the radio alone. He's trying to talk to my ex-girl. And here you are getting in my business. And then what happens next? He spends the whole rest of the movie just like tormenting this poor kid. Don't you remember later on? It's like once they find out that they're gonna be part of the tournament and everything like that, and they make this deal that they can't fight until the end of the movie. You know what I mean? And give time for Daniel to train. Daniel goes up to them and he's like, "Hey, how you doing, guys? Oh, how's your back? How's your arm?" He's like making fun of them because the little Chinese guy beat him up.
They deserve it though. They were bullies. Get what you deserve.
Okay, the other guy, when that whole thing happened, okay, the guy, Daniel was messing around. He was dressed up like the shower curtain. Yes. So the other guy's clearly sitting in the bathroom, okay, and he's going to the bathroom, and Daniel can't mind his own business. He goes and takes a hose, puts it over the top of the thing while the guy's trying to roll his special little cigarette there, and the water comes down on top of his head. Why couldn't he just leave the guy alone? They weren't bothering him at that party. I mean, you're thinking about it now, aren't you? They weren't bothering him at the party. He was at the party. There was no fighting going on. He was in his little shower curtain. He was minding his own business. And he's like, ha, 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 I'm going to be the cool guy. I'm going to go pour water all over this poor guy that's just minding his own business sitting on the toilet. And then next thing you know, the guy's all slipping all over the floor. And then top it all off, his ex-girlfriend holds out a stick and trips the guy. So he falls on his head. All his friends fall on his head. Everybody's laughing at this poor guy while he's trying to run out of the thing.
We don't know why they broke up originally. So he could have been like a complete...
Maybe it was her fault.
Maybe it wasn't.
I think it might have been her fault. She seemed a little stuck up. What do you think?
No.
Remember when they went to golf and stuff? And she was like, oh, you taking me to golf and stuff? She didn't want to go to golf. You see their house? Remember that beautiful house that they lived in? She was definitely stuck up.
Just because you live in a beautiful house doesn't mean you're stuck up.
She seemed very stuck up. She was like, I think she was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get this little prize poor kid from New Jersey, the new kid there, and I'm gonna make my ex boyfriend really really jealous because in part 2 she just broke up with him. Part 2 came at the beginning of the movie. She wrecked his car, and they just broke up. They don't even tell you what. She's like, and they went to it was from the prom. He was coming back from the prom, and she wrecked his car, and they dumped him. So obviously they made it through the school year, and then they went to the prom, and she dumped him on prom night. I don't know. Comment below if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I think I'm right about the fact that she broke him up and cracked up his car.
Probably that's probably true, but I'm just.
I don't know. It was their senior year.
So.
They were dating for like this. Okay, this was it was during the summer when that whole thing happened because they were on vacation. So I mean, it's the beginning of the school year. So they actually lasted a whole school year.
Yeah.
And then she cracked up his car. But between all of that stuff, they didn't have a lot of time to be together because he was training. He was doing the crane kicks and standing on logs and picking Mr. Miyagi up when he was drunk, crying over his wife, and he was going through all of that stuff, wax on, wax off, stuff like that. And then so he didn't even spend that much time with that girl in that movie, if you notice. Right? Think about it. He was only with her for like every once in a while. I mean, the rest of the time he was training.
That's probably why
so he was either tormenting her ex-boyfriend or training, and then she wrecks his car and he dumps him.
That's probably why she dumped him. Maybe he was too.
Then he falls in love with some Asian girl in the second movie, and then they said in the third movie, the girl that actually one of the better looking girls in all the movies, she decides that she's just gonna play a friend character in that one. So I didn't even understand that at all. It's like he's like, oh, I'm interested in you, but then she's like, oh no, we're just gonna be friends. So obviously she saw the other two movies, and it was like, I'm not getting into anything with this guy because he's gonna start trouble. He's gonna get beat up. I'm gonna get held down. Because part 2, they were practically beating up the girlfriend in part 2, and part 1 that didn't work out. I forget it. You get me totally off topic. All right, are you ready? What's the next song here we got going on here? Are we on 6?
Lonely, featuring Jaden Smith and somebody else.
Okay. Jaden Smith from Karate Kid. Kung Fu Kid. I just... Can I just want to see you.
Baby, can I come and see you? Girl, you seem always.
Is he asking for an Idris? Need your address so I can drive by your house and mess with you. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. Are you feeling that one?
No.
I don't know if he was Idris or Idris. I just. Is it was it?
But it's I just.
Got it. I just.
This is called Oh God.
Another God one?
This is the last one.
Okay, last song. Okay, here we go.
It's just him.
I don't know how many minutes we got on this thing. Am I hitting record? Oh yeah, we're recording. Imagine if we weren't recording. That would be. Oh, there you go. I heard you really clear there. There you go. Okay. Yeah. We're not doing ASMR over here. Hi. How are you? I just.
I took my headphones up, but I can still hear you.
Why? That's not good.
I didn't want to hear the ASMR. This is React, Rants, and Ridiculousness, not ASMR.
Yeah, it's ridiculousness that. Okay, here we go.
That you think.
What's the last song?
Daniel was the boy. Yes. Oh God.
Oh God. I saw that movie. Somebody's wait. Are we gonna have a special guest? I hope not. Did I lock the door?
No.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I didn't lock the door. Hope we don't get a special guest. Here we go.
This is the ones that you can play backwards, and he's like.
That's what it sounds like. It's. Hey. What's going on here?
Eat the apple.
I I think the Gadot, the Gadot. I like the Gadot thing. The Gadot thing, that's good.
Is this from another song?
It sounds.
I don't think it is. Because when he did the one that was another song, that's the name of the actual song, slash what he called it.
This sounds like something that before though.
What is this? Probably like three strings.
Well, he learned how to play guitar playing rock Guitar Hero. So you burping there?
I hiccuped.
Oh, okay. This one makes me feel like a campfire.
Yeah.
I should be sitting at a campfire.
See, this is a song I would imagine like a slow jazz.
It's one of those John Bon Jovi things in the mouth there with the guitar. Wow, 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 wow. Stop looking under the door. Somebody's there. There's clearly somebody there. It's all right. Whoever it is my next guest. I think that's all I need to hear of that one. So what do you think of that?
That was a good one.
I'd have to say out of this whole album, there was like 2 songs that I think I could listen to over, maybe 3, that I could probably listen to over and over again. Like if I was gonna make my own mixtape for the car, I mean, it would definitely have the stuff from his other 2 albums.
Yeah.
But I could add 3 songs from there. I think just like I didn't really care for his first album, there, the Stoney album.
I like that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I like the beer bongs and wow, fake fan. Beer bongs and Bentleys.
Okay.
That's what it was. And then his other one there, the one with the Ozzy Osbourne song on it. Okay, so those 2 are really good. But the Stoney one, I don't know. Maybe it's because it was too soft. I don't think he had like a lot of
Rap.
like the Beer Bongs and Bentley one has the other one on it there, the one from Grand Theft Auto, the one we keep listening to over and over in the car. The Pillies, I be popping Pillies. Rockstar, that's on that one. But there's not really anything that I know of from the first one. I think I put 2 songs from Stoney on my mixtape in the car.
Do you have I Fall Apart?
I don't know
Is
what that
that
is.
from that one?
Maybe that's on the first one.
The Ooh, I Fall Apart.
I don't know. I don't think I have that one on
Do you
there.
have Congratulations? I don't know if that's from that album.
Congratulations! I saw the video this morning. Was the one with the confetti?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that video this morning, but I don't think I have that song on there either.
Oh.
I have a lot of stuff from the last 2 albums. But this, I have What's Her Face's mixtape, Billie Eilish, and actually her mixtape was really, really good. As a bunch of songs on there. And when I did my mixtape for the car, I actually put most of her stuff in there because her old stuff was good. That had that one that she did, Ocean Eyes. That was on her mixtape. That was good. But this one, I don't know. I paid. What did I pay for this? Like $7, $6 and change. I think $7, and there was a tax on top of this thing there. And it came in this little flimsy thing. The Billie Eilish one came in a plastic cover, you know. So I don't even know how to store this. I don't know where. Like I'm just gonna pile it in between my other CDs.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I would put that.
I was actually thinking about taking it out of this thing because it comes with this little flag thing,
Or
man.
you just
Little
buy an
and
actual plastic.
put a plastic thing in it, but then it wouldn't have a back. I was thinking about photographing the back cover and then putting it in there, but then it wouldn't have a side. See, it's not. I can't win. I can't win with this. It's gonna just get placed on top of the rest because then I'm thinking if I change it, then it's not like the original. And if this is how he handed it out when he was handing it out when it was his mixtape, then I want it to be as authentic as it could possibly be. Because you know I'm all about that. You know, making sure everything's the way it should be. You know what I mean? I mean, he put a little parental advisory sticker on the bottom of it there, so we knew that there was going to be some bad language in this thing. So I kind of figured that. But there's bad language, I think, almost all the songs. So but he's like one of those guys, you know, like you kind of like look past the bad language because his songs are good.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I've been listening to his stuff in my car every day, every morning, every afternoon for a couple months now. Every day. And I always put on Rockstar on the way to work. I don't know why. It gets me it gets me revved. It does. It gets me pumped up for work. Like I'm ready. Like I've been popping pillies, ready to go be a preschool teacher. That's why you know, because you need it. You know what I mean? You gotta be teacher. That's what I hear when I'm driving to school in the morning. Like, and I start thinking about what my day's gonna be. Like sweeping floors and feeding kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, and getting yelled at, possibly hit by a chair or something. You know what I mean? You never know.
I just don't think he falls into like a category, and that's why I like him. Like I wouldn't say he's a rapper.
No, I wouldn't say he was rap
I
either.
wouldn't say it's like
I wouldn't say he's
pop
R&B
singer
either.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's.
And I wouldn't say he's rock.
Yeah, exactly.
He kind of
Just
fits into the
did his own
whole
thing.
rock, R&B, rap, pop.
Because I think Circles is like, and I feel like those songs. Congratulations, like I feel like that's a pop song. Like I would say that, but I wouldn't say he's a pop singer. Like his voice is just different, and the way he sings is just.
No, what messes me up about him is I can't tell, because when he sings with other people, I can't tell if it's him or the other person. Really? Except for that 21 Savage, because like, but the 21 Savage guy tells you that he's 21 Savage. Yeah. Like I'm 21 Savage.
He has this, like, thing with his, it's like the auto tune, but it's also like his throat. He's like a raspy like auto tune voice.
I like the fact that he's like a normal, disgusting looking guy. It just makes me feel like there's hope for like overweight people that just drink beer and like.
I think it's because
and sing in auto tune, because I'll tell you right now, if I put auto tune on this thing right now, I'd sound just like Post Malone. I could be like, we're getting hum here. I'd be like, I could be Post Malone.
I feel like at the end of
if I didn't shave and shower, and like, but you, according to you, you seem to think that because we had a conversation about this the other day.
We're watching Hot Ones.
We were watching Hot Ones, yes, and we had a conversation about whether or not we think Post Malone might stink.
He answered that.
And according to Haley, did I even introduce who you were?
No, you didn't say I was your daughter either.
This is my daughter Haley. Well, this is my first podcast, so I got to get comfortable in front of this thing here. But this is my daughter Haley. Yeah. So anybody that's like looking at it and going like commenting below like, hey, who's that chick there? No, I don't want none of that going on. I don't want that going on at all. But anyway, we're watching Hot Ones. And topic of conversation while we're watching Hot Ones, we look at each other and like and I was like, does he look like he stinks? No. And Haley was like, no, I think
he answered in an interview. I don't know if it was Hot Ones, but he said that he has like a musk smell, but girls don't mind it. So I don't think he smells bad.
Skunks have a musk smell.
No, I think his hair's frizzy all the time.
So you know he's not showering. Plus he has dreadlocks type things, right?
No, because would
you classify it as dreadlocks or braids? Okay.
Well, he's had dreadlocks before.
But it's very frizzy. You need some frizzies.
No, but I have curly hair, and I know that if I braid it and I take a shower, it looks like that. Like it gets like the little hairs, the flyaways.
Yes,
like,
yes.
They get frizzy.
Now this is no disrespect to Post Malone, because I really do like Post Malone. It's I like the fact that it looks like he gets up in the morning. He's like, I don't care.
Well,
I'm gonna throw on whatever I'm gonna throw on, and I'm gonna go out, because I've seen him in all kinds of different costumes. And yeah, like you got sometimes he has his grill on, sometimes he doesn't have his grill on.
Didn't you order a grill?
I attempted to order a grill, and then I canceled the order only because I was like, where am I going to wear a grill?
That's a really dumb purchase.
Not to mention, I ordered a grill off of eBay, and they don't even size you for the grill. So I mean, when that came in, I mean, whose teeth are they measuring up to that we're going to put in my? Yeah. And with this virus thing and everything, I don't even put anything in my mouth. I'm getting in the mail, especially something that's being shipped from China. That would be really bad right now, right? I mean, I get packages from China and I like leave them on the porch for a couple of days so that way they can air out, because it's scary. You know what I mean? But
not just in China.
Well, that's
it originated. Yeah,
I don't care. You know, you get stuff from before. There was remember they were putting stuff in the mail. What was it? That other stuff there. We had the big scare. Come on.
AAA?
No. It was This was back in like was it 90s or early 2000s when they were putting some kind of chemical or something, or some kind of dust or whatever in like mail and stuff. People are afraid to open their mail.
I've never heard.
Wow. I am totally drawing a blank.
Watch or dream?
No. This is true. This is what was it? We're gonna have to call in outside. Go ahead, you can pick up your Google it. Something that what is it? Scare they had in 2000, I guess, when people were putting things in some kind of dust. Yeah, like you'd open it up, it was like some kind of white dust or whatever, and it was making people sick. And it was in the mail. Is it just popping up right away? I was Googling, gonna say
anthrax attacks?
Anthrax.
2001.
Yes.
So I wasn't born.
When was it?
2001.
2001. Yes. Everybody was afraid to open their mail because like they were leaving like boxes of anthrax, and I don't even know what the anthrax was a metal band from like the 80s, early 80s, That's the only way I ever knew Anthrax. And then I heard that once Anthrax started, people started getting Anthrax, and it was coming in the mail and everything. The band Anthrax was going to change their name, so it wasn't Anthrax anymore because nobody wanted to go into the record store and say, "I want to buy Anthrax."
That's cool. That's a
Anthrax.
fun
They sing the I'm the Man song. You know the one.
fact. I'm the man. I'm the man.
No. The half rap, half rock song there. I'm the man. The one that has Master. You know, no.
Oh, the one that they use, like.
Cause he's like I'm heavy metal man. It almost sounds like a Beastie Boys song, but it's Anyway, they were supposed to change the name because they were afraid. Why are we talking on the topic of Anthrax? What was
Corona.
Yeah, but we were talking about Corona.
You didn't want to get packaged from China.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So now it's like now we got to worry.
Just being cautious.
Yes, but I'm still gonna open it.
Yeah.
Because I
'Cause
ordered whatever it is.
Just
You know,
a
and
China
I'm not really
box.
worried about the mail stuff. Like I get really excited when the mail comes, so I really don't care what I get in the mail at this point. You know, it's like I'm happy that the mailman is still gonna deliver because I got something to look forward to. Because if we're gonna be sitting in this house for a couple of weeks, or whatever, and we're gonna be making videos like this, and I mean, I like to have something to look forward to.
Spending time with me.
Now, I don't see any harm in the mailman, mailing the mail. I mean, I think what they should do, like the post office, is they should load the guy's truck up in the morning. Like they should have like 3 people working there in the morning. They should load the trucks up, and then the mailman can come, just hop in the truck. I don't know how the post office works, so this might be totally wrong. But I'm saying he could just hop in the truck, not he doesn't have to talk to anybody. He can like the guy that loaded the truck. He doesn't have to say thank you or anything. You can maybe send him a text, thank you for loading my truck. That's about all he's getting from me because I ain't talking to you, touching you. But you got to stay that 6 feet apart, right?
5 feet
Yes,
apart.
social distancing himself from the guy that loaded the truck, and then he can just come and deliver the mail because they're saying that you can go for walks, you can go do
go for a
yard
car
work
ride.
as long as you're staying away from people. So technically, the mailman can stay away from people. Like my job, I couldn't very well tell the kids, "We'll stand in the corner in the schoolyard, and I'll teach you from over here," because that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? And then you guys going to school, as everybody's on top of each other over there, and a lot of you guys are stupid anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Am I correct on that? Some of you they're like, I don't care, I'm going out. Like all those spring break people there, they're like, it's spring break, I'm gonna go and catch Corona. I'm excited about it. Let's go out on the beach. Like those people.
I had a person that was like, I don't do schoolwork at school, so why am I gonna do it at home? This is just a 3-week vacation. And like,
Well,
so
technically, I don't think they should be making you guys do anything at home.
Well, I think that we're losing time, so I need to. It's not. They're not getting graded.
I get it, but I mean, it's like number one, you guys been home for a week now. I haven't really seen any of you guys really do anything.
I've been doing everything.
Well, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, 'cause
Like
it's on my phone, so it just
my
looks like
eyes.
it
It looks like you're doing what you're doing every day. You're in the corner of the room and you're texting away or whatever. But now you get the right to tell me I'm doing schoolwork.
Yeah, now
I
I'm
did
not
parentheses
lying. Now
signs
I'm not
there.
lying.
Yeah, now I know. But how do I know that? I don't know that.
I'll show you.
And I know the other one upstairs. She's not doing no schoolwork. Okay, and your brother tells me he's only got like one class. And I love when you guys say, well, I can't open things up.
We can't. That's
Why
fine.
couldn't you be one of those kids that say I don't have the technology?
Because you signed the syllabus at the beginning of the year that said I did have access.
You give me a lot of things to sign. I don't read anything you give me. Not one thing that you give me I ever read. I always tell your mother to fill it out because I'm not reading it.
It keeps me busy though. If I didn't have schoolwork, I'd just be sitting there all day. I'd be bored out of my mind.
But there's like 101 movies to watch.
That's not all I like to do.
We watching something yesterday. What were we watching?
Leprechaun.
Something
Returns.
else. We watched Leprechaun Returns, but there was a movie we were watching that had to do with books, reading. Oh, we watched Punky Brewster. Remember we watched Punky Brewster and DeBarge? Yeah, DeBarge in the beat of the rhythm of the night. Yeah, DeBarge told her. Remember, he told her. He goes, is it you or is it me? Okay, he told her, reading is cool. You gotta read to be cool and all stuff like that.
She's like, why didn't you tell me reading was cool? And he's
Yeah,
like, I guess I'm just gonna
and it took
elaborate
it took DeBarge to tell her that reading is cool. Now, I don't find reading to be that cool.
I like reading.
You really? You take reading over a movie?
No.
Okay, so is there anybody that comment below if you take reading over a movie?
A lot of people I think that would take reading over a movie. Reading is just like you can do it at your own pace. It's very relaxing.
When I was little, okay, I would read like these books that is like turn a page and it would take you to another adventure. Like let's say you got to a certain part, you like it's almost like a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Oh,
like
you choose the ending.
yes,
Yeah,
like
I
go to
read
page 35 if you want to jump off the cliff, or go to page 65 if you want to run away from the dragon. I used to love that.
Because you're interacting.
But then they made me read The Outsiders.
I like The
I
Outsiders.
read The Outsiders. The only book I probably ever read in my life is The Outsiders. And when I finished reading it, I was like, the movie was better. I just couldn't picture it. Maybe I have, and I know I got a good imagination. I know I see things, but I just think that I think I got a short attention span. I think I'm easily distracted because literally I'd be like reading the book and I'd be like and then like a bird would fly by and I'm like and stand there and stare at like whatever it is for like forever, and I couldn't even find my shit. And I was one of those kids in like middle school and high school that literally I had a teacher tell me, she'd give me a ruler and she'd tell me go down. I'd read like that. I'd take a ruler and I go like line by line by line by line, and that's how I used to read. Because my focus would not be on whatever. If I like lifted my eyes for a minute, I couldn't find my place, and I ended up reading the same paragraph over again. But the funny thing is, I couldn't even remember that it was the same paragraph that I read before. You don't have that problem? Like you sit down, you read books. Like if I get you a book for Christmas, or whatever, you sit there and you read the whole. Like you'll go upstairs and you'll be like hiding in your room reading a book, and I don't even like. Number one, I respect the fact you got to hide to read a book because I'd be like. I think if I was reading a book, I think you guys would be like, what's wrong with him?
People make fun of me
when have you ever seen me reading a book? You ever seen me just sitting there like, oh, there's Dad. Look, the TV's in front of him, but he's reading a book. What?
You read your book?
Yeah, my book's like 3 pages long, and by the time I'm done, I'm done. And I proofread the thing and I give it back to you. I can't spell or any of that stuff. So it's a terrible situation. But I've never gone to a. When would I ever heard me on a Friday night? Like, let's go to a bookstore. Like, let's go to Barnes & Noble and buy a book. I can't wait to get that new book that came out. You ever hear that come out of my mouth ever? No. Read what? I like I like reading kids. Matter of fact, you know what? I've reached a point in my reading life where I actually go when it comes time for me to read a book to the kids at the preschool. I will I'll thumb like with the other teacher being not around this week and everything, and me having to read books on her side. I'm like thumbing through the books and I'm like, there's too many words. Too many words. Too many words. Too many words. But I do like to read the whole book. And I'm like I stick to the script. And they're like da 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 da. And I'm like, don't say that there. You know what I mean? It's like da 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 da. Don't say that there. And then some of them skip things. They're like, oh, well, they won't understand that anyway. Well, you don't even give them the benefit of the doubt that they might not understand it. You know, it's like, well, there's some smart kids out there. Not all of them don't not understand things. You know, so I think they should have the benefit of hearing the whole story. So I like to read the whole story, no matter what it is. I even read every single cock-a-doodle-doo and I make the sounds and everything with them. They enjoy that stuff. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. If like when we go to Savers to pick up books for the preschool and everything, and I'm like thumbing through the preschool books and everything, I gotta picture myself sitting there reading that to them. I would never sit there and read The Outsiders to them. They would be so confused. They wouldn't understand. They'd be like, "Pony boy, where's the pony?" They think I'm talking about My Little Pony.
In like 8th grade, so I was like 14 years old.
I was in probably 8th grade too when I was like 14 years old. They had me read another book, but I only read it partially about this guy that rode a bike. Don't remember what the title of that one was there, but it was.
Did his friend die?
I think it was Flyers or something Flyers or the Flyer. No, it was a Radio Flyer. It was a.
Was he riding a bike with his friend and his friend drowned?
I don't remember the book that well. Wasn't that good? You know, and yeah, it wasn't that good. The Outsiders one though. I remember I was big on these. They weren't Cliff Notes, but they were these yellow books. Okay, I used to go to it was like an RX place. I think it was called RX Place, and I used to buy these books, and they used to have them like if you went down the book aisle, it was like books for kids that I guess are a little bit slower.
Like a synopsis of the book.
Yes, it was like a summary of the book,
so use it for, like, book reports?
So the teacher would be like, "Oh, I want you to do I want you to read Moby Dick," and I'd be like, "Okay, I'll read Moby Dick," and I go down that aisle, I buy the yellow book, and then it would give me like it would actually tell you. I think it'd tell you like the first line of every page, and by the end of the thing, you kind of got the idea of the whole book.
Yeah, that's like Spark Notes nowadays.
There you go. So, well, I don't have that I don't have that technology there, but back in the day, you had to go buy these books, and actually, I had a big collection of these books, and I used to read a lot of them. But yeah, I'm not gonna go out and. I mean, I'm not promoting reading. People should read.
You mean you're not?
I'm not.
You are.
I am. No, I'm not. People should read. They should read books if they feel like they have the need to. If it's not available on Blu-ray and DVD, like that.
I think it's cool when you read a book and then you watch it on DVD afterwards, because then you're like, wow.
Okay, now listen to this one. I heard that Harry Potter, the book, is totally different from Harry Potter, the movie. Now, I own all the Harry Potter books for collector's reasons, but you see the size of those books?
I'll read the books for these 3 weeks off.
No,
Read
you're
all
not.
the
You're not
books,
touching. They're collected first editions. I'm
and
not letting you
then
touch
I'll
those
watch
books.
the
That's the whole
movies.
thing. I don't even want to touch the books because they're worth something. They're collector's editions, so I'm not going to
Alyssa
touch
has the
them.
book, isn't it?
What?
Doesn't Alyssa have the books?
Those were Alyssa's books. I bought them for her, but she moved out, so now they're my books. And now they're up there and the collector's edition. They're worth a lot of money, so now they're up on the shelf. And they haven't even been opened, so they got that like that crackling bind going on there. So I ain't even gonna touch them. But they're up there on the wall. I even bought that last one, that play one there that they did. You know, it wasn't even actually a book. It was actually a script for the one that's on Broadway. And but I'm not reading any of them. If anything, I just got Harry Potter on 4K. I'll watch Harry Potter on 4K before I'll go read that book downstairs.
But I heard that, like, whenever I hear people reading the Harry Potter books, I hear that it's so good that they can read one book in a whole day. Because it's so, like, you don't want to put it down.
Who's sitting there all day? Who has that time?
My friends, my friends have read a book.
There's got to be something wrong with me. I'm thinking I got.
You just don't have an attention span long enough to sit there.
My mind is constantly going. So I think while I'm reading the book, I need some kind. And there's no pictures in those books either. I need some pictures.
Like pictures.
I need pictures.
No, I like imagining it myself. It's like while I'm reading, there's a movie in my brain. It's like acting it out.
Now, do I have the problem or you have the problem? Just seeing movies in your brain. I mean, seriously, think about that. People read books, they're seeing movies in their brain.
I enjoy, like, thriller books. Like, books that are suspenseful. Like, people getting kidnapped. And then there's, like, the perspective of the person who just got kidnapped. And they're like, I'm going to die. I like those books.
Okay.
And then you put yourself in the place of the person who's, like, narrating. Or, like, the first character. And then you feel for them.
So you want to be kidnapped?
No.
So deep down in your side. So you are big on thriller and kidnapping books. In your heart, you're like, oh, I wish I could be kidnapped so I could write a book.
I'm saying I feel for the characters. Like, if I read The Fault in Their Stars, I cried after reading that book. I sobbed.
I saw A Fault in My Stars, and I cried because it cost me $17 to buy that movie.
Because I begged you to buy it for me.
And it was terrible.
I want to go see that in movie theaters, too.
It was a confusing pile of garbage.
John Green is an amazing author.
Number one, I knew right from the beginning that the guy was going to die.
No, I thought the girl was going to die.
No, I knew right. I knew there was going to be a twist. Wasn't he the narrator on that movie? He was a narrator, right?
She was a narrator.
She was the narrator. Okay, so think about that right now. First thing, if she's the narrator, that means she made it. How can you be the narrator and not make it? You know what I mean? It's like, who's talking? The ghost?
I don't really think there's a narrator.
Now it turns into a ghost movie.
Is that really a narrator?
I thought there was a narrator. Yes, it was. It was like
she does her over.
Yeah, it's an over thing, and how is she still over thinging if she's dead?
But it was like.
But you kids all sat there and you were like, ooh.
Writing it down because didn't she have? Yeah, she was writing it down. She had cancer, so she was like.
Okay.
I'm dying.
I'll buy it.
I thought it was very sad. There's like so many episodes of that movie of her, like spiraling and having to go to the hospital. So it just seemed like she was gonna die, and then it was him, and then everyone was like, Gus's Waters.
I wasn't like.
I cried.
I didn't cry.
I did.
I didn't feel that. It wasn't like that other one that made me like all like crazy. That Perks of Being a Wallflower, Perks of Being a Wallflower.
See,
yes.
That one didn't make me cry.
That one messed me real up.
Because you related to it.
I got to the end of that movie and I when we were downstairs in the basement watching it and like people had to leave, and I just started like I cried like one of the those kind of things there where you can't like the people are knocking on the door and like, you okay in there? I'm like, I'm fine, leave me alone. I remember because the punching bag was on the floor and I was like on the floor like punching the punching bag and I'm like, I can relate. Because I don't know, I just felt like I felt like I was in that movie. It depressed me. Like I really loved the movie, but I don't know if I could sit there and watch it again because it really bummed me out. I was like, it was really messed up.
I watched it, but I didn't cry for that movie because I didn't relate. I'm not related.
That one messed me up.
I'm not depressed.
So you're trying to say I'm depressed?
Sometimes.
No, I'm not depressed.
No, but you had a time in your life that you were, so you could relate.
Yes.
See, I've never been depressed before, so I can't look like I've had days.
And you can thank me for that.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. All right, with that, we're gonna end this podcast of reacts, rants, and ridiculousness. Yes, because we're gonna talk about.
Age versus beauty.
Well, it's. Well, I figured because we were going to be talking about other things there. But the react part of it is actually age versus beauty. Age versus beauty. Or beauty versus age, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe.